Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Okay, and this lesson is going to be entitled, "Does This Look Familiar?" And I'm referring to a video that I found a few days ago that was a burning of a refinery plant in Montreal, Canada, okay, where I'm at. And it's showing you that it's not just in Ohio. This is also happening in Canada, and who knows where else, these events are happening, you see. And we'll see what happens. We'll see, whether they start to do this more often, whatever the case may be. But we're seeing in Babylon that this is happening a lot more often with the train derailments and things of that nature. So I'm going to read this article and then I'm going to play the video. This is City News, and it says, early morning fire at refinery plant under investigation. Crews were on the scene of a fire Sunday morning in Montreal East. A bitumen tank reportedly caught fire at a business on Sherbrooke Street and Broadway Avenue. Okay, so a bitumen, right? This is a very toxic chemical, comes from petroleum, and and me and the brothers were looking up some of the side effects in our last lesson, and they had a lot of they had a bronchitis, they had death, they had all kinds of things, skin discoloration. There was all kind of mad effects pertaining to this, all kind of crazy effects pertaining to this particular chemical. All right, and you'll see it's the same type of black plume that was arising from this fire. Okay, it says the fire was at the refinery plant of production company Bitumar. It says Montreal's fire department warned residents around 7 a.m. to avoid the area. Okay, why were they telling them to avoid the area? Because clearly the fumes were toxic. Okay, clearly that's a toxic gas that was being emitted. Okay, because when you have a regular house fire, they don't tell people to evacuate the area. All right. It says there were no report, and when I say the area, I'm talking about maybe a couple blocks down, things of that nature. All right, they don't tell people to, even if it's happening and people are looking outside at the fire, they don't tell them, oh, you have to leave from this area. Okay, there's a difference when it's a dangerous chemical, right? It says there were no reported injuries and the cause is under investigation. According to TVA Nouvelle, about 80 firefighters were on the scene and the flames were under control by 9 a.m. So that was a few hours that this thing was burning, man. Okay. So I'm going to go to the video. Okay. As you can see, that's clearly a dark plume. Okay. That's clearly a dark plume. Let's go to this one. See? Clearly it's a dark plume, a dark cloud. You see that? And you look how thick and look how far it's traveling. See, that's not normal. That's not normal, man. Okay? It's not normal. You see? So clearly something is going on. Something sinister is going on. And we know Esau Edom, he's up to his wickedness. He has his devices that he's getting ready to to push forth in the earth so he can bring in his NWO and really also minimize the herd, okay, or the population. All right. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. The reason why they practice it is because it's in the power of their hand. They have the power to do what they want to do. So they're able to do these things and get away with it, not get any jail time. Okay. They might hire somebody to do it, whatever the case may be, but they have their plans. And a lot of the things that are happening in Babylon is in those breadbasket areas, the places with a lot of farmland and things of that nature. You see? So Esau has his plans. He has his devices. Okay, let's get Psalm 64. They know what they're doing. Okay, they know exactly what they're doing. And then you have those farmers out in northern Cali that's seeing these trucks full of chemicals, man, miles long, right? And they're like, not trucks, but trains full of chemicals miles long, and they're like, why are they coming here? This is a area where nothing is going on. Why? They've never seen that before. Okay, so don't be surprised if you see something happen over there. Okay, because they're trying to take over those lands. They're trying to, destroy those crops and say, it's too toxic for you to remain here, or whatever the case may be, man. They want to control the food supply. You have to understand that. This is Psalm 64. It says, Psalm 64:1, it says, hear my voice, O Most High. In my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Who is the enemy? Esau, Edom. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. And who's the perfect? We're the perfect, man. The Israelites, especially those of the elect. Okay, it says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. So they have these private conversations of how to lay snares for the people. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Okay, deep in wickedness. So they think deep upon what they're doing. So it sounds far-fetched when we break it down, and certain people who are watching the situation breaks it down. It sounds far-fetched to these average peons because they don't think, their mind is not deep, and they don't understand the mind of the elites. Okay? But it's not a coincidence that these things are happening back to back to back. It says, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. So even now, the people's tongues, the Edomites' tongues are falling upon themselves, and they're being exposed by people within their organizations, man. Okay, by their own people. It says, all that see them shall flee away. And now people are starting to flee away because they're seeing that, these people are not to be trusted. They're not to be trusted. That whole C-19 2020, that showed you, man. A lot of people woke up based upon that. A lot of people were like, damn, this government is corrupt. Okay, based upon that. So you devils are being found out, and that's the worst thing for them. That's why one of the Rockefellers said the internet should never have been created. Why? Because it's exposing them. This is why they're trying to control the narrative right now, and they're failing with their so-called fact checkers and so on and so forth. They're failing. Okay, it says, in the dark they dig through houses, which they had marked for themselves in the daytime. They know not the light. See, because they work in darkness. Okay, they do things in darkness. They steal and take resources and set up economic hitmen. They do that in darkness. That's why you don't know about it. That's why the average person, it's not the news. The average person doesn't know about this. They don't teach about this in the school system. Okay, it says, for the morning is to them even as the shadow of death. The morning meaning what? The light, the truth, the revelation of them is as the shadow of death. If one know them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. Why? Because people are going to seek their life. And that's what's getting ready to come. When you read 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. These mayors and these different, especially the mayors and things like that, those are just they're going to be food, man, because the people are going to turn and attack them too. Okay, these prime ministers and presidents, okay, they're not going to be able to be out in the open real soon. Okay, and the elites know that, especially the bankers. They have their bunkers prepared. All right, but guess what? The scriptures say, though they dig into hell, the Lord's hand shall take them up. They're not going to escape the judgment. Okay, all this wickedness, all this evil that they're doing around the earth, they're not going to be able to escape the judgment. Okay, no matter what they do, they're not going to escape. See, they're not going to escape, man. All right? You see that? See that? So the people that are in that vicinity, man, that's some toxic air. And if it rains, which has been snowing and raining lately, well, guess what? These chemicals are hitting you. You know, these chemicals are hitting you. So, hey, man, this devil is moving, and we know what Revelations 12:12 says. This devil's moving with great wrath, because you know what? Well, let me get it. Okay, but they're not gonna win, man. Okay, you people that are not with the truth, you're not with Yahweh Shai. Well, that's your problem. Okay, but they're not. We know Yahweh Shai is gonna take them down and deliver the elect. This is Revelations 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And with that, I'll say shalom. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai.